Hello, aviation enthusiasts. Welcome back to Aeroonline, your hub for the latest aviation stories. This week, we're taking off with updates on new routes, cutting-edge technology, and dramatic in-flight incidents. Let's dive in.
Emirates 777 aborts. Takeoff at Chicago after engine fire alert. An Emirates 777 rejected takeoff at Chicago after a loud pop and brief flames from the left GE90 engine. The fire self-extinguished, the aircraft stopped safely, and no injuries occurred. The flight was canceled for inspection. Delta Connection CRJ-900 slides off snowy runway. A Delta Connection CRJ-900 slid off a snowy runway in Des Moines after landing on November 29th. All 58 on board were uninjured, and the aircraft stopped in the safety area with minor damage. Winter conditions likely contributed, and the FAA is reviewing the incident. Emirates A380 struck by fuel truck at Manchester Airport. An Emirates A380 at Manchester was lightly damaged after a fuel truck hit the intake lip of one engine while the aircraft was parked. No injuries occurred, the area was secured, and the jet was taken out of service for inspection while a replacement aircraft handled the return flight. Mesk Air 747 diverts to Malta after bird strike. A Mesk Air 747 cargo jet suffered multiple bird strikes after departing Tripoli, leading the crew to shut down one engine and divert to Malta. The aircraft landed safely, and inspections showed significant engine damage and possible wing impact marks. Delta A350 diverts to Tokyo after hydraulic failure mid-flight. A Delta A350 flying from Shanghai to Detroit diverted to Tokyo Haneda after a hydraulic malfunction triggered cockpit warnings at cruise altitude. The crew declared an emergency, descended, and landed safely on runway 34R. All 254 on board were unharmed, and the runway briefly closed for inspection before reopening. Airbus A320 software fix nears completion. Airbus reports that fewer than 100 A320 family jets still need the flight control software update, with most aircraft already cleared. Remaining fixes should be completed within days. Airbus flags A320 Fuselage-Panel defect and delays some deliveries. Airbus found a fuselage-panel defect on some new A320 family jets and delayed certain deliveries for checks. The issue doesn't affect aircraft already in service, but adds pressure to Airbus's tight year-end schedule. Airbus cuts 2025 target to approximately 790 amid A320 fuselage flaw. Airbus cut its 2025 delivery goal to about 790 aircraft due to a fuselage panel defect affecting several A320neo jets. The issue isn't a safety risk, but requires inspections and rework, causing short-term delivery delays. Airbus expects output to recover early in 2026. Malaysia to resume MH370 search on December 30th with Ocean Infinity. Malaysia will restart the MH370 search on December 30th, targeting a 15,000 square kilometer area in the southern Indian Ocean. The renewed mission with Ocean Infinity uses advanced underwater vehicles and follows a no-fine, no-fee agreement. Lufthansa to inspect 11 new Airbus jets over a 320 panel flaw. Lufthansa will inspect 11 new A320 family jets after Airbus found a non-safety fuselage panel flaw. The airline expects only minor delays while completing the required checks. Pegasus A321neo struck twice by lightning. A Pegasus A321neo heading from Istanbul to St. Petersburg was hit by lightning twice shortly after takeoff on December 1st. The crew held for 2 hours, then returned safely to Istanbul with no injuries. The aircraft is now undergoing inspections, with no major issues reported so far. Ryanair 737 rejects takeoff after bird strike. A Ryanair 737 aborted takeoff in Bratislava on December 1st after a bird strike during the high-speed roll. The crew stopped safely, passengers exited without injuries, and early checks suggest the aircraft was cleared back into service. Air Arabia Maroc A320 burst tire on landing. An Air Arabia Maroc A320 from Amsterdam burst one or more tires while landing in Nador. The crew stopped safely, no injuries occurred, and the aircraft was towed off the runway. Operations were briefly disrupted. IndiGo cancels 400 flights amid pilot duty rule crunch. IndiGo scrapped about 400 flights on December 5th due to pilot shortages tied to new duty time rules. The airline says it's fixing roster issues and expects normal operations by February 2026, with passengers rebooked or refunded. United 777 diverts to Edinburgh after burning smell alert. A United flight UA 949 from London to San Francisco diverted to Edinburgh after a burning smell was detected in the cabin. The 777-200ER landed safely with no injuries. Initial checks suggest a faulty brake temperature sensor. A replacement aircraft continued the trip later that day. Fly Dubai 737 MAX 8 winglet damaged by fuel truck. A Fly Dubai 737 MAX 8 arriving in Malay was lightly damaged when a fuel truck struck its left winglet. No injuries occurred, fueling was stopped, and maintenance teams found the damage limited to the winglet area. Latimer 320 evacuated after ground equipment fire. A Latimer 320 at GRU was evacuated after a cargo loader caught fire beside the aircraft. The fire was quickly contained, no one was injured, and the aircraft suffered only minor heat damage before inspection. French KC-130J refuels Rafale for first time. During the Gulf 25 exercise in the UAE, a French KC-130J refueled a Rafale in flight for the first time. The milestone confirms the KC-130J's full integration into France's tanker fleet, adding flexibility for tactical and overseas operations. Qantas Final A380 returns to service. Qantas has brought its 10th and final A380 back into service after full refurbishment and inspections. With all 10 aircraft active again, the airline will boost long-haul capacity, including daily Sydney-Dallas flights from January 2026, ahead of future A350-1000 deliveries.
That wraps up this week on Aeroonline. What stories stood out the most to you? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more aviation updates. Until next time, clear skies and safe travels. That wraps up this week on Aero.